Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite, home to the number one Theta community. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can find me on Theta TV as well. Alright guys, today I have a pretty awesome video. This one is about Netflix predominantly and how Theta could be Netflix's knight in shining armor. And we will dig into exactly why that is. So we are all very familiar with Netflix. I am a Netflix owner. I once upon a time used to borrow people's passwords, but now I pay for my own service and people do use my password. So it is a thing. I totally understand what is happening. But one major reason Netflix is trying to move away from this is this right here. So I'm recording this on the 19th. On the 20th, the stock market will go live, and this is just after hours. So, tomorrow it might change a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Netflix will still be down quite a bit. As of right now, on the 19th, they are down about 25%. And for stock market terms, that's actually a lot. Like, you normally don't see the stock market move up or down that much in one day. The crypto market, that's another story, but the stock market, no. So this is actually a massive turn to the worst for Netflix. And if we check out their 1 year, this is their 1 day chart. Let's look at this. Their 52-week high was about $700, and they are sitting at about $350. So that is already, they're 50% off of their 52-week high. And then because of earnings report, which we'll check out here in a second, they're going to drop another 25%. That is insane, guys. So we will dig into exactly why that is. So all you have to do is go on netflix.com, check out their investor relations, and they had a first quarter for 2022 earnings interview, and they just dropped a couple bombshells, and the shareholders didn't like it, as you can see. So let's dig into that. Here is the release that just happened. So I won't dig into exactly everything. I'll try and narrow it down. It is more than a couple pages, so I'll hit the highlights here. But the first sentence is, our revenue growth has slowed considerably as our results and forecasts below show. So just hitting everyone up front like, hey, this is going to be a bad release. And I won't go over the numbers, but things are starting to slow because all of these companies, the Amazon, the Google, the Netflix, these are hyper growth companies. And if they're not growing extremely fast, then shareholders are going to start selling and put their money in other companies that are growing extremely fast. So the growth outlook, they talk about that and how, there are certain factors that are causing the growth to slow down. So the first one is, it is increasingly clear that the pace of growth into our underlying addressable market, broadband homes, is partly dependent on factors we don't directly control, which is true. And that is the uptake of connected TVs. And that's the majority of TVs, the adoption of on-demand entertainment. And I will say, myself included, I do have a Roku as well. And Roku makes it very easy to watch not only movies, but also TV shows. And it has Netflix, it has Amazon Prime, it has HBO Max. Everything is connected to Roku. So Roku and other things similar to that are just eating away at the market share for Netflix. And that happens, you have to stay very competitive. And then the last thing that they write here is data costs, which I do absolutely love to see, because one thing that we know, and I've been talking about this in every single video, is Theta is all about mitigating some of those data costs. And that is, us running our nodes, and we are able to essentially give away some of our excess broadband internet so that it just, helps out the overall system and brings down the entire cost for everything. So that is one thing that they did highlight in their first paragraph of something that they need to get under control. So we believe these factors will continue improving over time so that all broadband houses will potentially be Netflix customers. That is their end goal. So their second thing that they're kind of worried about is, in addition to the 222 million paying households, we estimate that Netflix is being shared with over 100 million additional households. So that is something I've talked about recently is, they're charging $2 to $3 in certain regions right now. They're just testing it out if someone is using your Netflix password. So that is one way to kind of mitigate these 100 million additional households. So, they're going to get a little bit of money and see if it is worthwhile. And then third, this is a big one as well, which Theta can help with, is competition for viewing with linear TV as well as YouTube. Amazon and Hulu have been robust for the last 15 years. However, over the last 3 years, as traditional entertainment companies realize streaming is the future, there's many new streaming services that are out there. So there's Peacock, there's, so many other brand new streaming services. Disney Plus is relatively new still, that are out there, and they're all just kind of slowly eating away some market share from Netflix. And as you can see from this graphical depiction over here, the share of total US TV time, Netflix still does have the market share. They're worried that it is not growing as much as they would like, because YouTube is right there, right behind them. And you're watching this video probably on YouTube or Theta TV. So it is also something that is eating into their market share. There's Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, Disney Plus, and then all those other ones that are just starting. Like I mentioned, Peacock is the one that comes to mind, but there's a bunch of them out there, and they're just slowly eating away. And Theta, there are some options out, Netflix, there are some options out there that Theta could help with. And one thing that they're doing relatively soon, actually in a couple days, is these NFTs. They already have a very premier NFT marketplace, Theta Drop. But with this marketplace, there's now challenges that, incentivizes people to not only buy NFTs, but also watch the television show associated with those NFTs. So in this case, there's American Idol. There's going to be challenges. So for the first 5 weeks, there's these challenges. So week 1, if you hold one of the top 10 contestants in NFT, then you will get a prize. And week 2, if you hold 2 of the top 7, then you'll get another prize, and so on and so forth. So this is one way to keep users engaged. And that's one thing that Netflix, they've tried in the past. There is a Black Mirror, if you're familiar with it. If you're not familiar with it, they are open to trying new things, because with this movie, it is actually pretty unique. You could watch the movie and then you could tell this was the main character. You could choose the path that you wanted this main character to go. So you'd watch about 5 to 10 minutes, and then it came up with a selection like, hey, do you want this character to talk to X individual or not talk to X individual? Do you want this character to go through the door or not go through the door? So they are pretty open to trying new and different ways to get users to engage. I just think that Theta has a solution that they haven't tried yet, so they should also look into that with the Theta Drop marketplace. Just circling back to some of their problems, and those are the 3 main ones that they listed there. Theta could for sure help with those data costs with the Theta Video API. We're all very familiar with it. And just using the Edge network in and of itself, you can save 50%, 57%, so over 50% is one huge thing. Utilizing the Theta Drop NFT marketplace to engage users once again, kind of like American Idol. I don't know. This could be a way for Netflix to continue as it matures. It will continue to look for new ways to cut costs and make more money. Theta could be that answer. It could be that knight in shining armor, like I said before. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you on the next one.